Hey. So we are back with another day, okay? I said I wanted to take y'all on this journey with me. Yesterday I read Genesis 22, but I am now at Genesis 26. I had to catch up. Told you I was a day behind. We're now on track. So I recommend going back and reading 23, 24, and 25. Abraham got old. He sent his servant to get a wife for his son Isaac. And that's how Rebecca came into play. Abraham died. He got buried. Kids were born, all that good stuff. And yeah. So we fast forward to Isaac. He prayed for his wife Rebecca to have children. She got pregnant with Jacob and Esau. Now, Genesis 26, we're back at Isaac, okay? A severe let's try again. Alexa, turn down. Okay. So a severe famine now struck the land, as had happened before in Abraham's time. So Isaac moved to Gerar, when Abimelech, king of the Philistines, lived. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt, but do as I tell you. Live here as a foreigner in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. I hereby confirm that I will give all these lands to you and your descendants, just as I had solemnly promised Abraham your father. I will cause your descendants to become as numerous as the stars in the sky, and I will give them all these lands. And through your descendants, all the nations of the earth will be blessed. I will do this because Abraham listened to me and obeyed all of my requirements, commands, decrees, and instructions." So Isaac stayed in Gerar. When the men who lived there asked Isaac about his wife Rebekah, he said, "She is my sister." He was afraid to say, "She is my wife." He thought, "They will kill me to get to her because she is so beautiful." But sometime later, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out his window and saw Isaac caressing Rebekah. Immediately, Abimelech called for Isaac and exclaimed, "She is obviously your wife. Why did you say she is your sister?" "Because I was afraid that someone would kill me to get her from me," Isaac replied. "How could you do this to us?" Abimelech exclaimed. "One of my people might have easily taken your wife and slept with her, and you would have made us guilty of a great sin." Then Abimelech made a public proclamation: "Anyone who touches this man or his wife will be put to death." When Isaac planted his crops that year, he harvested 100 times more grain than he had planted, for the Lord blessed him. He became a very rich man, and his wealth continued to grow. He acquired so many flocks of sheep and goat, herds of cattle, and servants that the Philistines became jealous of him. So the Philistines filled up Isaac's wells with dirt. These were the wells that had been dug by the servants of his father Abraham. Finally, Abimelech ordered Isaac to leave the country. "Go somewhere else," he said, "for you have become too powerful for us." So Isaac moved away from Gerar Valley, where he had set up the tents and settled down. He reopened the wells his father had dug, which the Philistines had filled in after Abraham's death. Isaac also restored the names Abraham had given them. Isaac's servants also dug in the Gerar Valley and discovered a well of fresh water. But then the shepherds from the Gerar came and claimed the spring. "This is our water," they said, and they argued over it with Isaac's herdsmen. So Isaac named the well Esek, which means argument. Isaac's men dug another well, but again there was a dispute over it. So Isaac named it Sitnah, which means hostility. Abandoning that one, Isaac moved on and dug another well. This time, there was no dispute over it, so Isaac named that place Rehoboth, which means open space. For he said, at last, the Lord has created enough space for us to prosper in this land. From there, Isaac moved to Beersheba, where the Lord appeared to him on the night of his arrival. I am the God of your father Abraham. He said. Do not be afraid, for I am with you and will bless you. I will multiply your descendants and they will become a great nation. I will do this because of my promise to Abraham, my servant. Then Isaac built an altar and there he worshiped the Lord. He set up his camp at the place and his servants dug another well. Isaac's covenant with Abimelech. One day, King Abimelech came from Gerar with his advisor Ahuzeth and also Phicol, his army commander. Why have you come here? Isaac asked. You obviously hate me. Since you kicked me off of your land, they replied, we can plainly see that the Lord is with you. So we want to enter into a sworn treaty with you. Let's make a covenant. Swear that you will not harm us, just as we have never troubled you. We have always treated you well, and we sent you away from us in peace. And now look how the Lord has blessed you. So Isaac prepared the covenant feast to celebrate the treaty. They ate and drank together. Early the next morning, they each took a solemn oath not to interfere with each other. Then Isaac sent them home again, and they left in peace. The very next day, Isaac's servants came and told him about a new well they had dug. We found water, they exclaimed. So Isaac named it Sheba, which means oath. And to this day, the town that grew up there is called Beersheba, which means well of oath. At the age 40, Esau married two Hittite wives, Judith, the daughter of Beeri, and Basma, the daughter of Elon. But Esau's wives made life miserable for Isaac and Rebekah. So that was a lot. That was a lot, but it reminded me of how things happen through generations, because the same thing happened to Abimelech. The same thing happened to Abraham when he went somewhere and he told them to tell him that his wife was his sister, because they thought that they would try to kill him and take her. And they like, why would you do that to us? And then they blessed Abraham and then they sent him on his way. Same thing Abimelech didn't bless him this time, but he sent him on his way. And it was him being sent on his way that started the work. He had to dig wells in order to reach the blessing of the Lord. I think sometimes we forget about the work that we have to put in to make sure that we are aligned with what God is doing. It's like, are you willing to work to get to where God has called you to be? Or do you get to the first place and you give up because it doesn't look like what God said? And I think a lot of times we do that. We get to a place and we give up because it doesn't look like the blessing that we feel like we were promised. But God is like, keep going, because if I said it, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like, those people came and they kept taking over his land, but God kept blessing them. So keep putting the work in. Okay? I'll see you later.